Condoms.
Don't leave home without them.
Don't leave home without them.
That should be their slogan. Don't leave home without them.
Daddy, where's Mommy?
Welcome back, Sanity Savers. Deep breaths.
We know you've had a day.
But that's why we're here. Let me tell you why I Hate My Kid is the only parenting podcast that lets you know that you're not crazy, your kids are.
It's them kids.
Yep, and we're on episode 16. We're so excited to bring you another episode of these crazy kids and stories that we have for you. We got a great show today.
Got a good show today.
Good show.
A jam-packed show.
Jam-packed show. We're going to start it just a little different this day. This time, we're going to start with the question of the week.
Question of the week.
What was the question of the week? We actually post our question of the week on our Instagram. So if you want to get involved with our question of the week, you would just go to our Instagram. We usually post it on Mondays, and you're able to
answer through
through our DMs. Jump in our DMs.
Jump in our DMs.
We would love to have you in our DMs.
We would love to have. Don't let my wife hear this.
But yeah, you are able to respond to our question of the week on Mondays. We usually post it so we can have your answer on the show for 15 people to watch.
15. And 11 of a family.
And 11 of them are family.
Hey,
yes.
Mama.
Hey, moms.
All right.
But the question of the week we had this week was what?
The question of the week is, do you kiss your kids on the lips?
Yo, do you kiss your kids on the lips?
Now, if I can answer before we get to the our DMs, I got boys, so I think that make it.
Yeah.
Like when they were like infants and toddlers, they would come and kiss me on the lips. And you do it. You don't. It ain't a big deal or whatever. Mm-hmm. But now, once they get past like the age of 3, it's like, all right, son, going over there.
I don't even know if I really kiss my kids, and I got girls. I haven't. Yeah. I feel like if I'm kissing my kids on the lip, we dating.
It's like, so do we go to McDonald's now or something? Like,
I feel like I gotta take you out on a date. Like, it's still weird.
Like you doing something later, like, but and it's not something that I ever sought out to do,
Right.
It's again, I got, but you don't just go. I don't think most fathers probably just think they kiss their kids anyway. Cheek, lips, forehead, wherever.
I'm a big kisser for my kids though. Now I do kiss my kids a lot.
You do?
I say I love you and kiss them. My oldest doesn't really like affection. She shies away from it.
Right.
But my youngest is a hugger and she kisses but I usually kiss them on the cheek or on the forehead.
Yeah.
But I would say never on the lips.
Yeah, it's not something I've ever sought out. Like it was more of them kissing me in that pure innocence of being a baby,
Yeah.
But now, if I was to purposefully do it now, I'm sure it'll turn into a whole wrestling match. And they wiggling away and all that kind of stuff. As a matter of fact,
that would be weird.
As a matter of fact, when it's time for them to go to bed or whatever, we head in there and pray. Now their mom will come in and give them a kiss and stuff like that.
I feel like it's appropriate for a mom.
Yeah, that's more of a mom thing. Like, but she'll prompt me to go in and kiss them. And it's a whole tussle. Like, even if I want to, because most times I don't. I'm like, they fine. They don't need me to kiss. I done came and said good night. That's good enough.
Right.
But it's a whole tussle. They under the cover. I got to pry the cover off of them. They wiggling around. And I go in to kiss them. It's on the cheek or whatever, just to get a rise out of them. But it's not something that we just regularly do.
I wonder if that's a...
It could be an inside palm people thing,
inside palm
people.
The IP people.
The IP people.
But yeah, that's not something I do.
And if you're an IP person, it's fine.
It's fine.
Kiss
your kids in the lips.
It's just we don't do that.
I find it weird. But couple responses from me.
You going first?
I'll read one and you can read one.
Okay.
My first one is, so the question is, do you kiss your kids in the lips? Absolutely. It's the only time they're quiet and not asking me for snacks.
Well, similar to the whole snacks thing, I got a reply that said, only if they've eaten something I really want to taste.
That's kind of weird, but I can understand it.
And that goes into exchange of saliva too. That's kind of.
I feel like you all up in their mouth.
That makes it a little bit more, right?
They got little Cheetos on the side, and
right?
that's one thing. But you tasting all that,
right?
I feel like you don't have much in your pantry. If
you don't have much in your pantry, and again, saliva. That's gross.
Next one is question of the week is: do you kiss your kids in the lips? Nope. My 4-year-old eats boogers like they're truffles. I'm not risking my lips for that. I don't know. Do people still eat boogers? When the last time we had a booger eater?
Do they even make boogers in the mouth? Like, I feel like that's one of those things.
I feel like that was a generational thing. Like, I don't think kids eat boogers no more.
I feel like that's something that, like these vaccines got rid of. They get vaccinated against boogers now. Do they even have boogers in the mouth? I haven't really
seen a kid eat boogers lately. Like,
yeah, I can't even think of a time I came across my kids like picking their nose, let alone pick their nose, let alone have a booger, and then eating it.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess whatever.
One said, "My kids on the lips, sir. I'm still trying to have them go brush their teeth on a regular."
This is true.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
This is very true.
Why I still got to remind you to go brush your teeth? Like, this is every day.
That is an everyday thing at my house. Like, bro, they come in. They basically come in there and give me a hug before they give me a kiss. I mean, they give me a kiss before they brush their teeth in the morning.
Right.
But that's the whole thing. Like, they will pick up and play with Barbie dolls and everything else before we brush teeth in the morning. Which I don't know. That's
right. Why that's not the first thing on your mind?
So the next one is only when they're clean, which is apparently never. So no, I could definitely get with that. They never clean.
I can co-sign to that. I got one that say my kids are teenagers. If I tried that, I'll probably get an eye roll and a lecture about personal space.
Yes.
And having a couple teenagers, that's probably a true sentiment where they just act like they don't want to be bothered with you.
This is true.
They don't want to be bothered.
This is very true.
It's craziness.
Let me see. I got one more. Let me see if I can find one more. Okay, so here's one. I tried once. My toddler sneezed directly into my soul. Never again.
That's exactly what they
my
be
soul.
writing.
That's nasty.
That's nasty. That's why I'm like, you know, if any IPs out there are kissing your kids on your lips, tell us about it, I guess. I mean,
hey, that's to each his own.
Just knowing how gross kids are.
Right. They eating boogers, eating sand. It's just, and how to when do you stop kissing them on the lips?
Yeah, at what point is it, okay, you're 14?
Right. At what point is it appropriate?
Like, is it a cultural thing? Is it based on where you're from?
That's the same thing like walking around naked. Do you walk around naked around your kids? Or have you ever walked around naked with your kids?
Not intentionally, no.
Have your kids ever seen your genitals?
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. They probably walked in or something.
Okay.
But I think even with the naked thing, I think mom's able to get away with.
But I feel like at a certain point, you got to stop walking around naked with your moms.
I think mom's got a long leash on that. I remember seeing this video. This was in during the pandemic where kids was being virtual school.
Yeah.
So a kid at home, you know, on the camera.
And the mama walk around.
Mama in the back, butt booty, cheeks exposed, and the teacher's like, okay, like,
okay.
But you can tell she regularly walks around like that.
Right.
I think moms have a longer leash on that. I think.
But even with that, I feel like when you have a teenage son, or where he starts getting the interest with other women, I feel like at some point you got to put some clothes on.
I do think at some point, like wear a robe or something. Like you can't just be out here with your
You
cheeks
can't
out.
tell me what to wear in my house. Cool, but those are the same people that be having intercourse with their kids.
In Mississippi, yeah.
In Mississippi. We already got 15 viewers, so nobody from Mississippi. Nobody from Mississippi saw that.
I don't got no family from Mississippi, so we good. But no, yes, I do. I feel like, and I felt like this for a while. It's more jarring to see your dad naked than it is to see your mom. Like, it's just something you probably gonna need therapy for.
I feel like I still remember the first time I saw my dad naked.
Yeah.
And
it just stick with you for
it's
some reason.
still with
and,
me
and
to
it
this
haunts
day.
you. Like it haunts you. Like, but you
Yes.
probably have seen your mom in her underwear or whatever
Yes.
so many times. It don't
Yeah.
even move you.
Right.
But dad is like, I don't think I'm supposed to see this.
I think it go that way with both girls and boys, especially with boys that you don't want to see dad naked. But like you say, mom's got a little longer leash.
They got a longer leash.
Okay. That was the question of the week. Like I said, once again, we posted on Mondays on our Instagram. So if you want to put in on that 2 cents, make sure you drop us a DM on Mondays and we can read it for you on the podcast.
And encourage others to come and answer so our viewing audience can become 16.
Yeah, we would love that.
Non-family.
Remember we had a sponsor by Condoms one time?
we should.
And Condoms and
We're trying to get Little
Caesars.
Caesars.
Still trying to get Little
Condoms.
Caesars.
Yeah, condoms was hot and heavy for a minute.
Yeah. All right. So on to our next segment is our top five, where I pick a category and Kenny has to guess the top 5.
All right.
I feel like you got this one.
I don't know,
feel like you got this one.
because if it was cable shows, and when I was a kid we didn't have cable, so I didn't watch a lot of these.
They don't know the question of the week yet.
Oh, okay.
The question, the top 5 of the week is the top 5 of the most.
I did kind of spoil that.
Yeah, the top 5 of the most 90s kids TV shows.
Okay.
Most iconic
TV shows.
I feel like you should know this even if you don't have cable.
I feel like Power Rangers got to be on there.
Power Rangers did make the top 5
I was
at
gonna
number
say,
4.
if it did, I didn't know what to tell you after that. It had to be Power Rangers.
Power Rangers on there at number 4. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
It got to be like something on like Nickelodeon. Like
You might not get one of these, but
the Rugrats.
Rugrats didn't make the top
make
5. It was at number 6 though, but it didn't make the top 5.
Okay. Got to be specifically 90s.
90s.
It's just because the older we get, the more of a blur stuff.
I don't even know these came out, and
You lose track of when stuff was what, you know.
I'm upset with one of these because I didn't really watch this, but okay.
What about Saved by the Bell?
You got that one. That's
Saved by
number
the
1.
Bell.
I
Okay.
didn't think you was gonna get that one.
Saved by the Bell.
I didn't think you was gonna
Everybody
get
knew
that
Saved by it's the theme song alone. When I wake up in the morning, I know.
one. Yeah. That was number 1. Good one.
Saved by the Bell.
But if you got Saved by the Bell, I feel like you should get these other ones.
So I
The
got
other
Saved
ones
by
is
the Bell, Power Rangers. 90s.
So you got number 2, number 3, and number 5. Come on, number 5.
Six,
Shit.
I thought.
You didn't. Number 6. We doing top 5.
Rugrats
6 was number 6,
right? Okay, so I got
You
Power
got
Rangers,
2.
Saved by the Bell. Well, what about Doug?
Doug, you got that
okay,
one. I didn't
Doug.
think you was going. You got it.
Doug.
I wouldn't have got that because I never really watched Doug.
I used to love me some Doug.
Doug came in at number 2. So you got Saved by the Bell at number 1.
Doug.
Doug at number
And
2,
you said
and
Power
Power
Rangers
Rangers
was
at number 4. So we missing number 3 and number 5.
3 and 5.
And I feel like you should get number 5. I feel like number 5 should have been higher, but
So it's something that probably should have been higher.
it's a kid show.
It's a kid's show.
Gotta have it.
Without giving away, was it a cable show?
It's on Nickelodeon. If I give any clues, you're gonna get it.
Without giving away, is it a cartoon or like a live action show?
This is a cartoon.
Cartoon.
Both of these are cartoons.
Okay.
Animated.
Oh, what was not? So I got Doug already. What else was out around that time? I already said Rugrats.
Said Rugrats.
What
You
else?
want a hint?
Yeah.
Pineapple Under the Sea.
SpongeBob. That came out in the 90s?
Yeah, it came out in 1999, so it just made it in
That
there.
shouldn't count.
Yeah. It
Okay.
started in 1999, so
I get
they say it counts.
It
So
been made the
SpongeBob
cut.
came in at number 5.
I wouldn't have got SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, I feel like, was a hit. I mean, maybe it really came on later when it was like really a hit. But I feel like, because I didn't really watch SpongeBob.
I really didn't become aware of it till the
to
2000s.
Okay, yeah, so
but
in the 90s, it was
so
a-
SpongeBob.
But number 3,
I would have thought of SpongeBob.
I feel like was a really big hit in our era.
In our era.
I kind of watched it. Maybe I got more onto it later again, like SpongeBob. But number 3 is, want a hint? Ash Ketchum?
Pokemon. That had a theme song.
Yes,
that
I
theme
used to
song
love
too.
that theme song.
That theme song was a banger.
Yes.
Was
So the
a
top
banger.
5 was Saved by the Bell, Doug, Pokemon, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and SpongeBob. The one I was mad that didn't make the list was Recess. I used to love that
Recess.
show. Yeah.
On Disney Plus. I turned it on for my kids. It was really for me, but I'm trying to put them on like Recess and
Magic School Bus.
Pepper and Magic School. I'm surprised Magic
School Bus came in at number 9.
Number 9.
I tried to put my kids on Magic School Bus, and they looking at it like
because like, these kids different, bro.
Bro, Magic School Bus was the show. I used to love that.
And
Miss Frizz and the crazy
the field trips they went like,
and you learning.
They went on somebody's body and went through
the
their
intestines
and stuff.
I learned all about that, bro.
Right, learn about space.
And I put it on with my kids, and they looking at it like, okay, what are we doing?
I think the problem with these kids is it's a half-hour show. Their attention spanning.
Maybe that's what it is. They just stupid. I mean, that's
a very real possibility.
That's what we live with. There, they just stupid.
The attention span low and they stupid. What we got next?
We got our ads next. Ads. Condoms.
Don't leave home without them.
Don't leave home without them.
That should be their slogan. Don't leave home without them. Because why y'all out here making all these babies?
Condoms and Little Caesars. What's Little Caesars motto or theme?
It's an easy Friday night.
It's an easy. Come on, Kenny.
Easy Friday night.
It's an easy Friday night.
Little Caesars, y'all gotta hit us up for real.
Ooh, that $5 meal. It's an easy Friday night.
And now you can order online. They put it in a little portal thing for you. You ain't even gotta talk to nobody. Just go get it and go.
Little Caesars make the world go round, man.
Man, easy Friday night.
It's good for kids. I mean, it's for a family night. Like, bro, go get a little $5 pizza. What does it call it? What do you call it? Hot and ready. Hot and ready.
It ain't $5 no more, but
it ain't $5.
It's like $6.99 now. But still,
well, we done. I'm like the Jeffersons. I done moved up in the East Side, so I don't go to Little Caesars as much no more.
I only feed it to the kids. I haven't eaten Little Caesars in a while.
I haven't eaten Little Caesars in a while.
But they get it every week.
Yeah. You stupid. Oh, they give it to the kids.
When you got 4 children.
But they done got a whole lot better, man. Y'all go check out Little Caesars, man. If you ain't been in a while.
When you got 4 children, you got to be economical, and Little Caesars is the place.
Yes.
And it's not only Friday night, but lunch for Saturday.
Hey.
That's how we do it around here.
I don't know how Little Caesars is after the reheat.
Again, I haven't.
Because with Little Caesars, that's what killed it. The reheat. The next day was like.
It get too rough. You can't chew through it.
You might as well throw it away. Or give it to the kids because they ain't got no taste buds.
They ain't got no morals.
Oh, snap.
They don't know no better.
But I think they done got a whole lot better with the new rebrand and all that stuff. They done went up on the prices a little bit. So I think what's up, but you know.
And the variety don't change. They got all these stuffed crust stuff now and deep dish and all this kind of stuff.
Okay. That's what's up.
It don't
diversify. Hit up Little Caesars.
Hit up Little Caesars.
Them kids don't know no difference, bro.
And then if you are out there mingling, don't forget your condoms. Don't leave home without them.
Don't leave home without them.
Male or female, because women, y'all should have them too in your purse and say no glove, no love. Ain't that what you say in the 90s?
No glove, no love.
No love.
Hey, Condoms, hit us up, man. We would love a little sponsorship to boost our audience to 16 members.
Right.
Tag Condoms in the comments.
Tag Condoms. Any condom brands that you know of.
Yeah.
Tag them. We talking to you.
But welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Let Me Tell You Why I Hate My Kids, where we dads sit up here and we go on about why we hate our kids. And I guess I'll start with my kids this week. So actually today, before I got here, I left graduation. And the thing I got the hype about with graduation is...
Sorry about that.
Is... The thing what I dislike about graduation now, well, it's not even graduation no more. I don't know when graduation actually starts. It's just an award ceremony. And the thing, the gripe I have with this award ceremony is you already know who's getting awards, right?
Right, right.
The teachers already know. So email that list to the parents so I need to know so I can find out if I need to show up or not. Like, I feel like since you already know this, you can email that information. I don't need it to be a surprise.
Right.
I know I know my kids didn't get perfect attendance.
Right.
I know my kids didn't get AB honor roll. I know all that.
I've seen their report cards.
But let me know what award. So if I know my kid's only gonna get one award, I don't have to take off 4 hours of PTO to come see this 1 hour graduation, which was my situation today. So I show up with my camera and everything, proud parent. With my camera, waiting for my kid's name to be called like everybody.
Hold on, sidebar. Now, when you say camera, is it just phone or are you out there?
I'm out there with the real camera.
With
the real camera. I'm probably the only one in there with a camera.
It got the lens and
got
everything.
The lens where everybody see the lens like, oh,
everybody see, oh
he does that professionally.
You that dad. You out there with that.
I'm out there with the professional camera in the back. The creep in the back of the room because I don't need to go all the way to the front because the lens always right. So I'm that dad. So everybody noticing the big camera, right? So sitting in the back, waiting for my kids to come in. Mind you, everybody know about Chloe, my youngest, worst behavior in the world. We can go into that story real quick. So I got an email about they had a citizenship party. So obviously she didn't qualify for that. So the first email comes down and says, hey, before graduation on Thursday, the graduation's on Friday or whatever the day was, we having a citizenship party. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, whatever.
So citizenship is to award what?
Good behavior.
Okay.
Good behavior. For everybody that had good behavior. So once I see citizenship award, I'm like, that's out.
Sorry to interject again, because citizenship award in the political climate we in make it sound like we highlighting the American citizens, immigrants be over there.
No, this is about good behavior.
Right.
Now, at the time when I saw it, I didn't think of, oh, Chloe's not gonna be able to go to that. I'm just thinking, okay, she sent out this broad email, they have a party. 2 minutes later, another email comes out, clarifies that Chloe is not able to attend this.
Oh my gosh.
Chloe is not able to attend this due to her citizenship. So I understand that. I'm not upset, whatever. This is her fault. So she said she can either stay home or if she does come to school the next day, she would have to sit in the library and do work until whatever. Cool, whatever. She's not staying home with me, obviously. Not staying home with me because I don't want you here.
Right.
So I sent her to school. She gets in trouble in the library. Comes home with a planner, I guess the librarian wrote, not following directions, doesn't want to do her work.
This is why you're not at the citizenship ceremony.
This is why, Kenny. So what do? When I get the email, again, that she got in trouble again, I'm livid. So when she gets home, she gets a whipping. I take everything out the room. Now, I had to apologize to my oldest before I went upstairs and whipped her. I said, I'm sorry, but I got to take all y'all toys out the room because I don't want Chloe to play with anything. No. She's in trouble. Now, you can still have your tablet, you can still have your games, but everything's coming out the room.
Right.
And we done had this discussion many a times.
I get it.
I get it, Dad. It's okay. And she said, okay, it's okay. So I went up there, whipped her behind, moved everything. Like, it's nothing. Like, it's so much nothing. It's basically a new room. Like, I can rent it out to a human being. It's only beds and a TV in there.
Ain't even paint on the wall.
Oh, boy.
Everything
and then she acts so surprised when I walk in the room with the belt like, oh, no. Like, you knew this was coming. Like, no, you're not gonna. And the problem I see with this is, I know I'm all over the place, but the problem I see with this is now I done took all her toys out, so she has no chance to actually get them back. Because it's like, if school is going on, okay, I see you behaving, you're getting it, okay, now you can get your toys back. Now with the summer coming up, you have no chance to prove yourself that you understand what's going on. So I don't know how long this is going to go on with her not having anything. And then when I see her at graduation today, or I obviously saw her earlier today, but she runs up to me and pointing me out to her friends like, that's my dad. And I'm like, bro, we just had it out. Like, like you should have some type of grudge towards me or something like that. Can I get my toys back or something?
Or she pointing out, that crazy man I be telling y'all about.
It's crazy because I was sitting in the chair waiting for the graduation to start and I see them walk in. all the kids in a single file line. She's the only one like jumping around. hey, that's my dad, and jumping around and tapping the teacher like, hey, my dad's here. Like, I'm like, this is why.
This is why you wasn't at the citizenship ceremony.
This is why.
You just got to keep
pointing
pointing
on to
that
the
out.
citizenship ceremony. They're calling out all these awards. I'm not expecting any award from Chloe, obviously. And it gets to the point where they're just making up awards now. So now we get to the Humble Award.
This is why I don't be wanting to go. Because I got to go to work for
Oh, Kitty!
I got to go to work.
I put in 4 hours of PTO for this.
The Humble Award.
A kid got a Humble Award. They got an athletic award. She says this one goes to the most athletic kid in our class. He's gonna play in the NFL one day. I'm up here like, what are we doing here?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? Like they done added so many awards, so many participation awards to make everybody feel included. To the point, like I say, you can email me this list so I can decide if I want to show up or
They
not.
come out there, this is the wacky award.
The friendship award.
Friendship
She has all the
award.
friends. Like I'm like, bro,
The
like,
good humanitarian award. What are we doing?
don't waste my time again, basically. So I left with my kid. Chloe actually did get an award for something. I'm not even sure what it was. But they left with, Kennedy had like 4 awards. Chloe had one that I guess they just made up to give to her to make her feel better because everybody was getting it. And then they had one, the Citizenship Award. They got everybody up on the board. So I guess she's in second grade or in first grade or second grade. So all the second graders get up on the board that has the Citizenship Award, that won the Citizens Award so they can take a picture. Obviously she didn't get it, so she's sitting in the seat. So I'm trying to find out, who are you playing with? Because obviously they will still be sitting down with you.
Right.
So let me find out who you're playing with so I can see why you're getting in trouble.
Right.
She was the only one there. Hurt me to my soul, King.
So this is the time she on.
This is so you're basically saying it's all you.
It's all you. It's all you. Man, if you get in trouble at the library, it may be something.
It's something wrong, bro.
It's something going.
And the fact that I can take everything from you, wipe your room, and you feel like, oh, it's cool.
I still need to tell everybody who my dad is.
Like, it worries me about her.
No animosity, no nothing.
Hey, I mean, that's the type of time she on. I mean, that's probably why we created the podcast, because of Chloe. Like, we could put her name on the podcast because I have a story about her every week.
Listen, when she get older and get grown and successful in her own right, people going to know her because of this.
Yes.
And it's going to open up so many doors for her. So you got to look at the positives.
Hey,
if I wasn't talking about you, we wouldn't have this house.
But that was my week, bro. But how was your week?
Yeah, my week. I think on the last episode, I talked about my kindergartner's graduation, and he had his.
Was it a graduation or was it an award ceremony?
It was an actual graduation.
Okay, that's what I was expecting, but okay.
Like they had the cap and gown, the whole nine.
That's what I was expecting. When they came in with their school clothes, I'm like, okay.
But see,
what's going on?
I think the official graduations are only reserved for like kindergarten, maybe 5th grade.
Oh, maybe that's why I'm
grade.
spoiled, because they just got out of kindergarten and
Yeah,
DPK and all that. So
yeah,
I'm thinking like,
yeah.
where's the gowns and all this stuff, or the wardrobes or whatever. But okay.
Yeah, but I think for other grades in between, it's just like.
But I feel like when we was in school, we didn't
We
have
didn't do all that.
We didn't do awards.
I remember having a kindergarten graduation. That was it up until senior year.
I don't even think we did awards ceremony. I don't remember getting no award. Like maybe they gave them out in class, but we didn't have this whole grand day
this
of
whole
that.
thing. Nah, like a lot done changed since we was in school. Like,
Okay.
like they have like stuff like 8th grade prom now. We ain't have that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got like 8th grade prom. Well, people legit dressing their kid up like it's their high school prom. You know, they have 8th grade prom.
Okay. Something to look forward to.
Now we had school dances, but it wasn't like an 8th grade prom, you know, type stuff. But anyway, so my kindergartner, he had his graduation, and it was a legit graduation. They sung songs, you know, all this kind of stuff. They walked across the stage. They gave him a little rolled up piece of paper, like it's a diploma.
Oh, okay. That's what's see. That's what I would want for my camera.
Yeah, right, like something like that, like with your long lens.
Right.
Capture that.
Yes.
Now, as far as the other kids, my first grader, they got an awards ceremony at the school on Monday. That's getting ready to come.
Oh, coming up. Okay.
I'm probably not going to that.
Don't go to it. Don't waste your time.
My daughter, They ain't do nothing at all.
What grade she in?
7, so she going to 8.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't do anything.
8th grade is the last grade before high school.
Before high school.
Right,
So
okay.
my son, who is in 8th grade, and I may have mentioned this on the last week too, that they didn't have a graduation. They were supposed to have an award ceremony, but it was invite only ceremony.
Right. You did say that.
And I guess he wasn't invited because he didn't say no. Matter of fact, when I asked him, he sounded surprised. So I'm taking he wasn't invited.
Oh my gosh. And that's the thing. They don't know anything. I asked my daughter what time is the graduation today. She has no idea.
No clue.
No
clue what's
we have
going
a graduation? Like what?
I asked my son, and I went to the school site and saw it was like a 8th grade award ceremony. So I asked him about it. I saw they got an award ceremony Tuesday. He was like, I didn't even make the face. My school,
yeah, bro. Like, what are y'all? That's what I legit want to know. What are y'all in class doing?
What do y'all do? Because you too spacey for me. I don't.
Oh my gosh.
So then I feel like he pulled out his butt as invite only. The website ain't say that, but again, maybe because he didn't know or pass out invites, that tell you everything you need to know. And he's not a bad student. He's like your average student or whatever. But all that to say, he wasn't invited to his. So now,
I don't even know how you don't get invited to your own.
Especially when they make up awards now. The Humble Award.
The Humble Award blew me. When I heard that, I was saying, you don't even know what humble means.
You don't even know what humble means. So now he walk around talking about he's humble, which is the opposite of being humble.
Like, it was comical when I was sitting in the back to the point where I'm like, bro, okay, when is this over?
When is this over?
When is this? Because
I could have did something else with these 4 hours that I took off of work.
Right. I could have took my kids to Dave & Buster's or something. Like, I only showed up to show that, hey, I'm a dad. I'm going to show up, be there for my kids. Because my kid asked me once I told him, like, hey, you got a graduation. Oh, are you going to be there? Yeah, I'll go to all your graduations.
Right.
So that's the only reason I showed up. But if I knew that you're just passing out awards just so everybody. So I don't think they're passing out awards so the kids have something. I think they're passing out awards to everybody so the parents feel like, oh, I got my kid name called or something.
Everybody want to feel like their kid's special. When you live with them, you know who your kids are.
You know they're not special.
You know they're not special. So why are you putting these teachers in these compromising situations?
These awkward and difficult situations.
You're making them make tough decisions. They don't get paid enough for this.
They coming up with humble awards to please you when you know your kid is not special.
Right. You got the kid eating boogers. They don't even make boogers no more, but your kid eating
so
them.
crazy. And I felt so bad because the teacher, the teacher that my youngest kid is in, it's her first year.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
Their first year teacher.
You can tell.
Their first year teacher. My son, first grade teacher, first year teacher. She been going through it, bro. She write them up for everything. Sending these emails.
Oh my gosh, bro. And that's why I was trying to give my youngest some grace because I'm like, okay, she's a first year teacher. She gonna write down everything.
Write them up for everything.
She don't really know, how
she haven't learned like.
She probably ain't got kids of her own.
Right. She ain't learned what ain't that serious.
Right.
Yet. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Because you wrote my kid up because they got up to sharpen their pencil when it's not pencil sharpening time.
Right.
You just wasted the paper. Like
you didn't have to inform me of that.
Or the opposite end of not to beat my kid.
I just wore my kid out.
Because they got up to sharpen their pencil.
I took 45 minutes out my day to clean out their room because you wrote in the little paper they're not following directions and your explanation of they just got up and
sharpen their pencil. So them first year teachers be them early career teachers.
She was razzled, to say the least. She was up there like she could tell she was a first year teacher.
Outside of her depth, that's what they said. Outside of her depth.
She go home cussing every week.
She go home. No,
it's a Christian school.
She go home to drink. That's what she's doing. She got her wine. Sitting in her lazy boy.
They putting her through it, boy. At least mine. She doing her job.
My son, my first grader, I don't know what time, from the time I drop him off to when he go in that classroom.
What grade Trey in?
He in first grade.
He the first grader.
Yeah, he the first grader. From the time I give him their speech at drop off, so he set foot in that classroom. I don't know what go through his head. But then that teacher, I know she is thankful the school year is up. She is.
I said the same thing because from the time I give this, like we said before, this motivational speech at the beginning of the day, like you should be able to take that and that should last you for a good 4 or 5 hours.
To lunch or something.
At least to lunch. I can't get to work before I get another email that she already misbehaving. And like I said, I don't know the severity of what's going on.
It be so vague. They just say she misbehaving.
Not following directions. Right. I don't know what really that means because when I hear not following directions, I hear disrespect. I don't care what you're saying. I'm going to do my own thing. That's what I hear in my mind. That's the first thing. So I'm wearing you out already.
Right.
Because we follow rules in this house.
Right, we follow rules.
And I constantly tell my youngest, like, hey, you getting in trouble reflects bad on me because it looked like I don't know how to parent.
Right.
The teacher, when I come to the pickup line, which is a whole nother conversation. We need to have a show just the pick up and drop off line.
Right.
That pisses me off. But when I pick up my kid, it's looking like, oh, that's him right there. His kid gonna be in your class this year.
Right. They already telling the next grade teacher, look out for that one, cuz.
Right. And I'm looking like, bro, I actually do parent my kid when I'm home. Like, we don't have these situations. Like,
we actually talked to the principal about Trey, and the principal, this was like mid, springtime or whatever. So they already making plans for the following year and trying to align what kids going to what teacher or whatever.
Right.
So the principal, and she probably said too much, but she was like, yeah, we're thinking about putting him with so-and-so teacher because she's tough. She's basically make it feel like he don't come from structure.
Right.
Like I ain't crazy.
Y'all ain't doing what y'all job, so we got a teacher that can do that.
Right. And I'm like, I promise you.
I promise you I'm wearing his behind out.
I'm wearing him out. He go to bed hungry sometimes.
You don't know the half
You don't know the half of it. As soon as we get in the car from picking him up, I'm going off.
You don't even see it. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to publicly embarrass you like my parents did.
Right.
And just, when I get to the pickup line, get out my car and whip you in front of all your friends. I tell my youngest that every time. Your friend that you done got in trouble with in school and did all that stuff with in school, she going home and having a blast.
That sound like
you
me.
Coming home and getting your tail wore out.
I said the same thing. I said, your little friends ain't getting in trouble like you getting in trouble.
Your little friends. They go out home playing on their little tablet. They doing everything. What you need, and I'll be like, you need to think about this when you in class, because your little friends going home and playing. You coming home and you getting in trouble.
You going to your dungeon because that's basically what it is now.
That's basically what it is.
The mattress on the floor. You ain't even got a bed.
like I don't know what you're doing at home now. It ain't nothing there but to sleep.
But to sleep.
You just sleep.
Right. That's it. You shower, eat, go to sleep. That's it.
And she be in there having a blast.
That is funny. To continue on with my week, we just passed a holiday, so we spent it at the beach.
Okay.
Which
ain't no backflips or nothing happening like that.
Ain't no backflips happening. You still having. I'm standing at the shore, my arms folded.
Yeah.
Y'all out too far now.
Like a dad.
I like a dad. Y'all out too far now.
That is so mean.
Y'all stay where I can see.
Come on.
Come on.
No. Stop all that running.
How you go over there? I'm right here. Stay in front.
It's nothing but grass and green and opportunity. Hey, stop all that running over there. I'm such a dad, bro.
So I'm at the edge of the shore with the waves splashing the bottom of my feet, arms folded, just looking.
Can't even enjoy your own time.
Can't even enjoy my time. I'm out there looking at them. You out too far.
Stop throwing that dirt. Stop throwing that dirt at her.
Right.
Yeah, I can't even enjoy my time.
You close your mouth, water won't get in.
It's crazy, bro.
So we was at the beach, man, and I actually hadn't been to the beach in a good while. Mm-hmm. So it was the enjoyment of the beach,
There's a lot of people, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was a holiday. So a lot of people said, so that's something else. You make sure you look out for other people. Don't
Yes.
walk over somebody else
Yes.
sheet or whatever they got on
Right.
the ground. Don't step on our sheet because your feet sandy.
Yes.
So all different type of stuff. How many snacks you done ate all the snacks, all the water gone,
Yeah.
So, but
All that.
they seem to have enjoyed. And then as soon as we hop in the car to come home, they passed out sleep. So as a parent, as we look, it was a good day.
It was a good day.
When they sleep in the car,
Today
it
was a good day. I'm with you. Okay.
So yeah, that was my week.
Okay, we survived another week.
Survived progressing into the summertime.
Oh my gosh, something I'm not looking forward to. I think I've been marking this on my calendar for the summertime as far as, okay, now they're going to be home every day. Obviously, the uptick of snacks need to be replenished every day. Energy and at work.
Yeah, I got to figure out.
Home.
Excuse me. I got to figure out my work routine. Like head to work for half a day and then come back home, and because the older kids we feel like are old enough. We used to stay home over the summer. Our parents went to work or whatever. Again, these kids are different. But the two 13-year-olds, we're like, okay, they teenagers now. They should be able to handle being home for a few hours.
You haven't tested out the teenagers watch the little kids?
Yeah, I mean, when...
I remember one time when Journey tried to set the house on fire.
Yeah, and legit, I left to run a quick errand. And I turned around because I forgot something. Wasn't even out the neighborhood. Turned around, I pull up in the driveway, smoke detector going off, a piece of bacon shriveled up. What? How could
whole house about to be set on fire?
How could you possibly have getting the bacon that hot in 2 minutes? Like, I wasn't even out the neighborhood when I turned around. So
put that mug on 10 right off.
And as she's gotten older and start to cook more, like that's my feedback to her. I was like, you don't have to cook on high.
Right.
You don't have to cook, like, stop setting it on high. Yeah. Because you're smoking up the whole house and the pan's getting burnt through and all that kind of stuff.
That's crazy for the whole house to get set on fire with some bacon.
But yeah, so I figure if I work a half day and I come back, they should just be waking up good by the time I get back home. Mm-hmm. To sleep in and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to start experimenting with that. If not, if they can't handle that, they'll be heading to somebody's house until I get off work.
We usually do the summer camp thing. Mm-hmm. Well, we've done that for the past couple of years, so I'm thinking that's going to keep going. Even though every other day I'm either there, the mom there. So I don't know. Either way, they're going to be in my face more often than none. So, yeah. I'm sure we're gonna have plenty of stories then.
The younger two will be heading to camp to us like sporadically over the week or whatever. I don't know exactly how many days yet, but so the younger ones will be going to camp. The older two, they kind of aged out of camp, or to where they're still interested. So that's what it's gonna be like. Seeing how much they can. As you know, it's gonna be a good speech before anything. A good, powerful speech before anything. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but
like you said, it'll be plenty of stories.
Plenty of stories
with that.
As far as snacks, what do your kids eat as far as snacks? Do your kid eat ramen noodles? Do you have the struggle meal in there? Because my kids absolutely love ramen noodles. Like that's like a meal. Like that's
of the kids, only my daughter really eat the noodles, and she done got to where she get like the ones in a bowl and stuff. I don't know if it's still ramen noodles necessarily, but different packs of noodles though. It's like in that same vein. She really the only one who eat the noodles like that. And then again, as I mentioned, she's starting to cook more. So now she adding stuff to her noodles, like sliced chicken breasts and stuff like that. On high, so I gotta stop cooking on high. But yeah, she really don't want to eat noodles like that. Everybody else either eat whatever leftovers in the refrigerator or like.
They know how to work the microwave and stuff.
Snacks and honey, but yeah, they know how to work the microwave. So
yeah, that's what mine use for. They're not able to use the stove as yet.
Yeah.
But they put their noodles in a bowl.
In a bowl with water
and
put it
put
in
water,
yeah.
and just put it on and they be on like 10 minutes or something crazy stuff.
Growing up, yeah.
But yeah, they absolutely love noodles, and I'm like, bro, that was like the struggle meal.
That was the struggle meal.
Like when you ain't have nothing, but that's what they live off of, the noodles. And I'm like, y'all don't want no snacks, no honey buns or something like that. And we went shopping. So I'm like, okay, let's go buy y'all some food because y'all ain't got nothing really here. Y'all need something to snack on. And they picked the basics of stuff, some cookies, some honey buns. They don't even like honey buns. I usually always eat all the honey buns. But they didn't really like anything. I'm like, that's y'all problem. They're not exposed to anything. They just stick with what they like. Mm-hmm. And that's my oldest problem. When we be like, let's go eat here or let's have this. Oh, I don't like that. I'm like, you don't even know what you like.
Right.
You're not even old enough to say you don't like something. Like, you don't even know what you like. So,
right.
Exposing them to more things is something I'm going to try to do this summer. Because they like Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, right? Mm-hmm. So I went in the store the other day and they had like, you know how they like the little wheat brand, the little wheat snack, or it's like a, like something you take to the gym or something, little.
Like a little
granola bar. Or something like. So they had that as a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So I'm like, oh, I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They like it. Let me buy this. They absolutely hate it.
Really?
Right, and I love it.
I like those. Them kind of right. Like that's what like.
It's a granola bar basically of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I be tearing them things up.
It's
but they hate
sugar.
It. All sugar.
It's all sugar.
All sugar. So I'm thinking like, oh, they'll like that, but they absolutely hate it. And I'm like,
I'm surprised.
I don't know.
They
just so fickle, and they just want they Roman noodles.
So our pantry is kind of the same thing. Like, and I tell my wife when she grocery shop.
What chips do they like?
They really they'll eat chips like Cheetos and like Cheetos really. The red Doritos and the blue Doritos.
I thought that's like everybody's favorite. My favorite, my oldest favorite is Funyuns, and I was looking at her like, ugh.
The the box of chips, the variety pack.
Right.
The chips
Funyuns always get left last.
Those always the last one.
But she loves them.
For real.
So weird.
If you gonna find any chips in there, it's gonna be Funyuns. Yeah, all the rest of them be gone.
She loves Funyuns. Funny. It's just it's crazy how they total opposites. But
they pretty much eat like honey buns and brownies and Cheetos. We got other snacks in there like the granola bars, even the cereal flavored granola bars, and Oreos. The Oreos double stuff. Those don't last a day.
Those go quick.
In between me, because I eat them too.
Right.
Me and them kids. Now I limit them to 4 a day. That's wow. Y'all gonna have 4 a day.
Okay.
But
those go quick.
4 times 4 though. That's 16, and then I'm gonna get however many I get. So them double stuffed Oreos don't last hardly last a day in my house. Matter of fact,
that's how I be with the honey buns. I be tearing them things up.
As a matter of fact, I went in the pantry to get me some Oreos to pack in. You pick it up and it be light. I was already pissed. Picked it up.
So now you got a hot snack.
I peeled the thing back. It's 2 left. Who only left 2 in here? Like so.
Start doing the math.
Yeah, you start doing the math.
If they put 32. If they really was eating 4 a day,
right?
Somebody had 5 one day.
Put 4 in here. It's 4 a day.
It's not supposed to be 2 left.
How you get 2? So call everybody down for a family meeting at that point. But yeah, so them pretty much the only snacks they eat, and it's plenty of stuff in the pantry that's probably past the expiration date at this point.
Hey.
That they just don't eat or will only eat when there's absolutely like no other option. So I just be like, well, if that's what they eat, then that's what you buy. So save your money on that other stuff.
I'm with you.
So
Okay. All right. Well, that's our week. We gonna transition into story time.
story time. And
Story time. Put the kids to bed. We got a little story to tell the parents. Something that we can discuss for a little while before we close this thing on out.
And this one a bit interesting because it's a very unique situation to be in.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about
This was on Facebook.
it. Okay.
Also, you know, we mentioned earlier to DM us.
DM us. Jump in our inbox.
in-
Share your
inbox.
stories with us.
Share your stories on Instagram. We also have a group on Facebook. Let me tell you why I hate my kids podcast, and it's a group. And hop on in there, join the group. Hop on in there. You know, if you want to introduce yourself, do that. But it's a space to share stories, seek advice, vent. You know, whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
In that space. But
It's a safe space.
it's a safe space for all
Until
your
the cops
kids.
ask if they want a transcript, we have to provide that.
We gotta turn it over to the FBI.
I'm sorry.
But this came from Facebook,
Okay.
and it starts with, "Lord, I can't with these teenagers." Emoji face. Why did my daughter just tell me I'm the phone wallpaper of 4 people's phone at her school?
The mom is.
The mom is the wallpaper of kids at her daughter's school.
Okay. Questions already.
She said, "Man, what in the world? As a parent, if I saw a social media celebrity on my kid's phone wallpaper, I couldn't care less. But if I saw some random woman, I would be like, what the hell? Someone tell me, what would y'all do? Would y'all find out who the parents are and reach out to the parents and ask them to delete it? And don't say boys are going to be boys, because a lot of kids today don't act like kids. They think they're grown." So some context. The poster in question is attractive. I think I can be polite and say she's attractive. And she also kind of have a little history in the adult entertainment industry, not, you know, in videos or whatever, but like as a dancer. So I don't know how these kids find this stuff, but her daughter come to her and say, "Mom, you know, these kids at my school have you as a wallpaper on their phone."
How old? What age is this?
They in high school.
High school.
High
Okay. High
schoolers.
school. Okay.
So I get the kind of weirdness about it, like
That is weird.
yeah, like.
I don't even know where to start with that.
And then as a parent, if that was my son, and
All right, as a husband, if that was my wife,
Right.
on another kid's
Right.
high school,
Cause this isn't somebody
Weird.
like it's not like, you know, you have social media celebrities and stuff like
Right.
that, and it's not like somebody who, oh, that's, I don't know no social media celebrities, but that's, everybody knows so and so, whatever. This
right.
this
I had
is
Megan Good
this
on my wallpaper.
Megan
once
Good,
before.
but this is actually the parent of another kid at your kid's school. This ain't like, you know.
Well, when you put it in context, as if when I was younger and I had a crush on Megan Good or Kyla Pratt, I did have her.
But
on
those
my
are
website.
celebrities, like, but
at the same time,
but that wasn't.
I don't think I put them
somebody
on.
at the school mom.
But I guess let me land this here.
Okay.
So at the time, I didn't look at it as I'm gonna put the celebrity on my phone.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
put
put this.
somebody that look
I'm gonna
good.
put this somebody that's attractive
Right.
on my phone. Now, if that person so happened to have a child at my school, that's not my intention. My intention was because she looks good. So,
But do you know that that's that kid's mom?
now, I mean, if you get into the technicalities of I put it on my phone because her daughter goes to my school, that's a little weird. But if you just put it on your phone and you
I saw
just
her pick
random,
her up from school.
Yes.
and like, oh, I'm on my
I'm gonna
phone.
put it on phone. I'm gonna actually decide.
Oh, mama bad.
Let me look up on. Let me Google.
Let
her.
me Google.
That's
like,
a little weird. That's a
yeah.
little different. Now they already had it on their phone before. Didn't have prior knowledge of her being there.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable. Compliment. Now that would be a compliment.
Right.
But if it's a little weird if she knew. if she knew if they knew the lady went to the school with them, or the kid went to school with them.
And then another concern that she posted was that what if, the kids who got her on the phone, what if their parents know her and know of her past or whatever? So that get complicated too. Like, so it's like too personal. I think what makes this different from it's just too personal.
It's too personal.
It's just too personal.
Because you never feel like you're going to run into your celebrity crush or this person that you got on your wallpaper.
But there's somebody who I see get dropped off every day. Like,
I can actually
talk
to
I can say,
I don't know. It might be a ploy. You know how kids, because I can see a ploy where you say, hey, hi, my name is Charles, and you pull up your phone and, you got me as your wallpaper. You think I'm cute. Maybe it might be a play like that. I don't know. I don't think they have. I don't
think that much thought went into it.
I don't even think the kid would have that. I don't see him going to bed with this on her phone. I feel like he just put it on her phone just to show the daughter.
Just to show the daughter?
Yes. I can't believe, I cannot say that he has this on her phone when he sleep at night. I just can't. I can't wrap my mind around him going to bed saying good night wanking off to that. I just can't see that. It's too much out here.
I got to get to school to catch drop off.
It's not to say that the lady that's in the post is not attractive, but it's just too much opportunity where you can literally see everything online, and you got so many options to put on your phone to have that woman. Not to say she's not attractive, but it just has to be he knew what was going on.
It had to be intent.
Right.
Now, another question she raised was, from her position, should she try to contact their parents and be like, hey,
no,
can you delete this off? Or,
no,
your son got a picture of me.
Me receiving a phone call from her saying, hey, your son has a picture of me on my phone. As a dad, maybe as a mom, I can't speak for a mom, but as a dad, I'm looking like, now I'm doing my research.
Maybe I need to drop off. I need to go to some drop off.
Now I'm doing my research on your past, and I'm looking up everything as well. I'm invested in it.
She get waved. I don't even know who it is.
Right.
Like she just, hey.
Well, I got your pictures in my phone. I ain't got it on my screensaver, but I got hidden pictures in my phone now.
There's been a lot of dads at the school lately.
Don't get involved. If you do get involved, go to the mama, because the mama has more of a,
I think if they was using it to taunt your kid, that'd be something different.
That'd be something different. That's more like, that's bullying.
Yeah, that's like bullying. Hey, your mama,
I got your mama.
But they using it to taunt your kid. But
then you go to the authorities, you go to the principal,
you go to the parents or whatever.
But she said boys can't be boys, so we can't use that as an excuse or a ploy. But boys, that's like a boy thing.
Most of us are stupid, so
we think with our other
we think with the other end.
That's what we do.
And so,
but seeing that this is a dad podcast, if coming from a perspective of a dad perspective,
I mean, if you're a hot mom, you're a hot mom. I mean,
hey, I might put you as my.
I might have to find out who this mama.
Who this is? Yeah.
Let me go to some PTA meet. Do they have PTA still?
She can come over on Friday nights and eat our little Caesars. And I'll provide the condoms. Let me tell him to come over so we can do homework, bro.
Let me set him some play dates. Some study dates.
Play dates now. We trying to advance our kids. Our kids are our future.
I'm just running in the tank top.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all was coming.
I didn't know that was tonight. I didn't know that was tonight. My bad.
Oh, oiled up.
Yeah.
So what y'all got going on this weekend?
I'm with you.
I
understand it. And the way these kids is these days, I don't see nothing as a game changer or nothing new. But it just seems like a ploy to, either talk to your daughter, find a way to talk to you, or some other type of way. I just don't see it as he has his on his phone 24/7. It can't. It's too many options out there. Not to say she's not fine again, but it's just too many options out there for you to have the lady that picks you up on your phone 24/7.
Yeah, that's just like too. Because it's so close, it got to be some other intent.
Yeah, it's too close. It can't be that
It's
random.
too close. It can't be right. It
I didn't know that was your mama.
Right. It can't be that random. It can't be that random.
Can't be that random.
So that was comical, and just what would you do in that situation?
That's crazy. Because it's crazy from a dad. If my wife was on the kid's phone, I would have to see if he walks or rides the bus home. Because I would have to accidentally bump into him and say, "What's up, bro?"
But see, I don't even know if I would react like that. Like, I guess it's a kid, so I'm like, I'll laugh about it probably. And be
Laugh? I can see that.
Like I said, as long as it's not to taunt my kid.
Okay, right.
You know, as long as it's not using that fashion.
I can see that.
But if they find you cute, they find you cute. You know,
right. I don't see nothing wrong with it as a dad.
As a dad, you know, of course, there's lines to everything, but
right. If it doesn't cross the line like you just stated, I find it, like you said, as comical.
It's comical.
As a compliment. Hey, I bagged this one that you got on your phone. Yeah. Bro, that's mine right there. I'm tagging that every night. I'm the pappy. I see that as a compliment, man. I don't see that as nothing bad.
Now, next time we at the school function, I may have to be a little extra.
Right.
I'm have my arm around you, all those guys. There's me right there. There's me right here. But on the surface, though, I mean.
Yeah, it ain't no, as long as there's no ill intent with it.
Right,
I find it's cool, funny, comical, as a compliment, something that you can maybe take a picture with the boy as a fan. I don't know.
Right.
That might be pushing it
That
too
might
far.
be pushing it too
But it is what it is. But
that's funny.
I don't think the authorities should be involved.
I don't think the authorities should be involved at this point.
Let the kid live a little bit.
Let the kid.
We have all done that. All the dudes have had a random female on their phone in the past. So
when we used to put screensavers on your computer back in the day.
Yeah.
Some chick.
Yeah.
Because we're stupid at the end of the day.
Hey, I don't know how many celebrity women and then graced the cover of my wallpaper, but not many. I mean, you should be honored.
You should be. You should be honored.
He's put you on a pedestal.
It's an accomplishment. But
that was another episode of Let Me Tell You Why I Hate My Kids. Episode 16, pretty good
16,
episode. I liked it.
Sweet 16.
We're going to keep it going. Hopefully we can get more than 16 followers and 16 viewers next time.
16 viewers.
But we'll stick it out as long as y'all stay around. But just remember, you're not the problem.
Your kids are.
Yes, your kids are.
Daddy, where's Mommy?